Hi there, welcome back to the Flask Mastery series. So in this session, we are going to implement an endpoint that retrieves a company's details. So let's get started. So for this endpoint, we are going to make use of the snippet that retrieves a user by their ID. So I'm going to copy this snippet and paste it here. So I'm going to update the blueprint to companies, then the URL is going to be /company/ the ID, and for this endpoint we also need a route parameter, and it's going to be the ID of the company for which we want to access the details. So instead of get user, the function is going to be get company, and it also takes in the route parameter, which is the ID. So the first thing we have to do is to query against our company model and get the company by its ID. So instead of user, this must be company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this up such that I update it for all the occurrences of the user variable. So this is going to be company, and we also have to ensure that for cases whereby an ID that does not exist within our company's table, we have to return a response that the company does not exist or the company is not found. And I'm also going to ensure that the status code is updated. Then for this endpoint, we do not need all this, so I'm going to delete this up. So if the company exists, we have to return the company details. So instead of the message having user details retrieved successfully, this is going to be company details retrieved successfully, and then the object is going to be updated to company such that we pass in the company details. So I'm going to copy this up such that we can reuse it here. So we need the company ID, the name, the description, the origin, and then the user object. So having defined this, I'm going to go ahead and test this endpoint. So I'll create a new request, and then the name for the request is going to be get company by ID. Then the URL is going to be /company/ the ID of the company that we want to access. So we are going to access details of Daffin book publishers, and this has an ID of 2. So I'm going to pass the ID here and also ensure that I'm passing in the authorization headers. So when I make a new request, this is what we are having. So we can see that we are getting the company name, the origin, the ID of the company, and then the details of the user to which the company belongs. So I can also test this with company ID 4, and this is the kind of information that is returned. I hope you found this insightful. Thanks for watching, and see you again in the next session.